Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. It's Mel here from Raw Nourishment. Today I wanted to share with you my 5 tips for weight loss when you are traveling as a vegan. Now if you've been following my journey, you would have known that I have spent the past 1 month on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. I was backpacking around and trying to make the best choices with what I had available. So upon reflection, when I was on the plane ride home and through my crazy last 3 days of jet lag, I was like, oh my gosh, this and this has happened. And I really wanted to share it with you because this is the first time I have traveled and I have lost weight. Normally I come back and I've put on weight, but this time I felt like I had lost it. Now I don't know how much I lost because I don't weigh myself, but I noticed in my face it got a lot thinner. And that's all I need to know. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy these 5 tips and I hope they help you on your journey to become your greatest version. Tip number 1 is to find a staple, something that is quick, cheap, lightweight, and super easy to prepare. And for me on my journey, mine was oatmeal. And yes, it needs some things to be added to it, but in general, it was my staple. Tip number 2 is to shop at local farmers markets. Go around, ask the locals where do they buy their fresh produce from, and also Google it as well. For me, I found that there was lots of different places when I was in Waikiki. The Tuesday and Thursday markets at the Hyatt Hotel were incredible, and I also found that when I went to the North Shore, there was a farmers market that was in an old sugarcane mill in the parking lot. And it was incredible to get to those places, and I always try to eat food that is on special or cheap, is in season, and whatever I can carry, because most of the times when you're traveling you don't really have the luxury of having a car. If you do, amazing for you. And just try and I always bring a backpack with me when I'm picking up my produce, and I normally have 2 carry bags as well. Tip 3, eat a salad every single day. Now my spiralizer was a lifesaver on this trip. I was having 1 salad a day, if not 2, and it just made me feel truly at my best. And I was basically had a bed of greens, like leaves, and I'd spiralize either a carrot, a zucchini, or a cucumber. Have some avo, like lots of avo on there. The Hawaiian avocado is like mwah, best level. Never tasted anything like it. Tip number 4, which I think you're going to be very surprised by this one, is to find a sweet treat that you like that is low in fat. Now the reason why I'm advocating this is because I always crave sweet things when I'm not getting enough fruit calories. Now fruit in Hawaii to me was very expensive and at times was very difficult to obtain, so I would have oatmeal instead for breakfast instead of having fruit. But in turn there'd be different points throughout the day where I had the craving for sugar and I needed something. So my Cliff Bars were my addiction. So if you watch my month series, you guys would have known how hardcore that was. But I think it's very important to have something because you don't want to be making a bad choice that reflects something that's not vegan or something that is super high in fat. Because at the end of the day, you want to continue to make better choices. Yes, I know that when you're traveling, you're like, oh yes, I'll have this, this, and this. But make sure in the scheme of things within a week that everything balances itself out. Tip number 5 I find is the most important. Do the very best with what you have available. Now there were times within my trip that I was super frustrated because I couldn't get the produce that I wanted, and sometimes I just couldn't carry what I needed. Sometimes it'd be nice to buy a whole head of lettuce and this and this to go on the salad, but then in the grand scheme of things the next day I'd have to leave, and transporting it didn't really make sense to me, and frankly it could be quite heavy when you've got your bag loaded up. Another thing is that if you can't find a salad dressing that you want, mash up some avocados and lemon juice. It's super easy. I also tried to limit my preservatives by making better choices. I was having hummus. The Cliff Bars were processed and had preservatives in it, and also too did the pasta sauce that I was using, and the bread too. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be eating those things than eating something that wasn't as good for me. Well, there you have it everyone. They are my 5 tips for weight loss to help you travel as a vegan. I hope they're going to be beneficial towards you, and if you do use these tips, please comment below. That would be absolutely amazing. And if you'd like to share some of your weight loss tips for when you're traveling around as a vegan, that would be amazing too, because maybe they're going to help me or somebody else that is going to read these comments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. That would be amazing. Comment below. If you're new to the family, hit the subscribe button, because every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, I release videos for you. And if you would like to join the Love You Project, which is all about truly loving you and celebrating how wonderful you are wherever you are in your journey, I want you to make a 60-second video. There's a link in the description, and I would love to see you on screen. You get 60 seconds of fame, woohoo, which is pretty exciting. And I just wanted to say thank you for supporting me over my videos over the last month when I was in Hawaii. I know they're a little bit of a change up from what I normally do, but thank you so much for your continued support, and I will see you next episode. I love you.
These are my new friends from Canada and from America.